Okay, so welcome everyone. This is the new update for Not for Broadcast. I have played the first version that came out, and it was absolutely awesome. But it's been months because things happened and so on, so they couldn't really update the game for a while. So I'm going to start a new game because I remember just parts of how it's played, and there's something between first and second episode that is new in this update. So let's see what happens. This is freaking awesome idea. You are basically controlling a live broadcast with little bit of uh, a little bit of lag, so you can censor and change things to make it better. Let's see.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm going to stay
Yeah,
on the phone and help
actually,
you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and
this
not
thing
down.
here.
Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds
That's the
behind the
real time.
master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control.
This is
Now, the
the
four
one with
small
the.
screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio.
Oh,
And you
sorry.
can
This is
choose
the
between them
real
using the
time
numbered
screen, and this
buttons
is
on
the
the
one
vision
with
mixer
comes
at
with
the
a
bottom left.
little
Don't
bit
worry,
of
I'll talk you
lag.
through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These
What the
plugs
fuck
control
happened?
everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Okay, so I still don't have to
You can see on the
fuck
broadcast screen
around
that
with
we're in the end
those.
titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, now we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the
Crazy
right.
Neil
When you've done
sounds
that, look up to the
nice.
front again.
I'm the Bumblebee. Exercise with ham sleeves. I'm not sure if I have
Right,
checked
won't be
that
long now
before.
till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
I see if it makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, thought it might increase.
Go out in pustules.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me
Okay,
prawns
so this
every
is
day.
what
10
I
seconds,
see,
everybody.
and this is
How
what
much you love.
the
You're trying to
people
kill
at
me.
home see.
It's going 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
we're
up.
all good.
The election
Next
win
is going to be the
that
throw to the
elected
news
Justice Fidel
titles on screen 2.
Hopeful or
There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate.
hostile.
It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right, button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3, 2,
2, 1, go.
Lovely, mate. Jeremy, with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Keep an eye on pretty much everything.
Lovely, mate.
First, the votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide.
Listen, mate, we often get a bit of interference around this time of night, so keep your eye on the machine on the bottom right. You can move that white dot up and down, avoiding the interference using the yellow knob or your scroll wheel.
Of a severe lack of actual policies
Yeah, I
and
know.
of being deliberately voted.
Oh, but I
The
just
opposition
wanted
parties have
a
all considered defeat to
refresher.
Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to
But
public.
when
It's
we
going well.
get
All you got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
whoopsie daisy.
We're going live to Advance HQ to hear
But-
the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
And
What? Why?
keep an eye on these extra screens because I cannot while I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing, so
I'm deeply
you guys
uncomfortable.
are going to get a better show than I do. There's a whole lot of insane stuff going on.
Starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
10
did he
seconds,
say
everybody.
I need to change back? I think he said I don't need to
4,
change back.
3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, but first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right, go to Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch.
Right,
Thank you
just
so much for coming on.
Keep the second slow.
That being with you here today is a moment
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I
Okay,
say
now I'm
you with us
supposed
is
to
among us.
switch to the
Right, now
word.
just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
the medicated. Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly.
Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
What a wild ride this has been. What a wild ride this has been. I really meant that.
These guys
That is fantastic.
must have had so much fun filming this.
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Get on the speaker, mate.
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember Bullet Man.
Holy fuck!
I love
Wrong
of course.
button, my bad.
Love, of course. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 best.
Too long on this, mate.
If I remember
I
correctly.
shouldn't
So
shouldn't
sweet
use
of you
the
to mention that.
keyboard
But I
for
really am
this
not
because
in
I
it for-
always
Those 3
miss
little
these
statues do take quite a place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question,
Okay,
Megan.
it's
And not easy to
changing
answer.
so quickly that I don't
Like
need
you.
to use the
Like
wide
Frank.
shot,
Cut me,
or
and I
I
will
should.
bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding. Doesn't it? Giving. Suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result.
So the
Indeed, historic is the word.
camera
Well,
2 is like a
difficult,
safe
isn't it?
bet
Very
if you
difficult.
just need to change
I
to
think-
something.
I've
Been on
always
that
been
shot a bit
quite
long.
clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive.
In general, you should
Not
try to
fuck
keep
things
on
up.
the
He swore.
speaker.
Well, don't
Oh,
worry, he
fuck.
won't do it again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did
Well,
it again.
I-
Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens
Well,
next week.
I
Right,
swore
I've
too,
swapped the shot
so
of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lods Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
And we're out.
Go to the film clip, screen 1. Watch out for that interference, mate.
so you can do this
Oh, looks like Blunderclatch
by
is losing it in the studio.
tracking,
I'd love to hear what
or
he's saying, but don't switch to it now.
you can
Go to the
do it like
archive when
I
the broadcast's
did
done.
before
We keep everything.
with a mouse scroll.
No, Lance, we mustn't.
Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
So this went like horribly wrong. I know I'm rusty. What the hell?
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this!
So make sure your ball is
Sterility.
ball is not even a little bit in contact of
At the end
screen
of the
stuff.
clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
We should.
Okay, we're clear. Not my
Right,
best
I guess I better explain how to
work,
deal with
but
bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen here
Yes,
is about
I'll-
2 seconds behind the master screen here. When somebody word, the
Face.
bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting
And after a
louder.
long day exploring Bromley, you can relax in comfort in one of 2 communal tents.
Good.
Or you could
You're
take
set to
advantage of
start
the famous
censoring.
nightlife.
Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Isn't it time your family went Bumley way? And hey,
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed.
Christ,
Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse.
Yeah, I'm
5,
not gonna use
4,
the
3,
numbers because I always mix them up.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury,
Yes,
are
that
about to make their acceptance
Echo
address.
is there for
Come to the
purpose.
outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to play.
Thank you all for coming, and well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right
So
through
that's the
them.
sense of
I'm sorry about the language there. Sorry.
Whoa, and I already missed the second one.
Crosser than a granny's fanny.
I know this guy
Memorably.
swears like a freaking sailor.
Who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things.
You can
But
just
today is day
stick
one
with
of a new
one that
day.
is on
A
green
better,
here because
fairer
there's
future.
the 10-second
So
limit.
perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty
And
checkbooks.
there's
Again,
the shitting part.
but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm
So all you bastard
not saying a,
snobs have got nowhere to
saying a
hide.
bleep because
Earlier today, we
I have a hard time remembering how to manage all this shit.
That's
And
fine.
this is just the start.
That's fine. You're gonna pay us. You're gonna pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from
Whoops.
a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We
So the
are
idea
coming for
with
your
this-
sports cars and your
This thing
mansions and your
is
vineyards.
that you
It
can
ends today.
We will put
can
the wealth of this country back
change
into the
to
world.
yellow for us
In the hands of
for
the
a
people
while
who create
without
it, in the
problems,
hands
but
who create it.
green is what you want to be on all the time.
And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents,
Cut back to the person
I
talking.
suggest we all get pissed.
Oh
Can't
fuck!
argue with that. Thank you for your time.
How did I miss that? I thought I was on
Well,
2. I
interesting acceptance speech there from interesting acceptance speech. And our apologies for the fruity language. And our apologies. Hopefully we can bleeped out for you in time.
holy crap! We have interference. I didn't even
As the
notice
country
that.
braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National.
Okay, I'm really, really, really rusty with this. This is just
I'm Jeremy
a
Donaldson.
shit
Have a
show.
peaceful Jeremy Donaldson.
Right, looks like you've got it now.
Oh,
Thanks for the help, mate.
fuck.
I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back.
Okay, now
Yours, mate.
it's
Good
the
luck.
question if you want to
This is some
listen to
weird
the
fever dream, and I'm dying.
advertisement, which is lots of fun, or the behind the scenes stuff.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
I'll take you through a proper match.
Okay, I messed up royally in the end. The freaking interference just killed me. I just didn't. Oh well, this is just a random playthrough, so I'm not even trying to do a great job here. I'm just showing you the game.
Alright mate, I've left you a voicemail. I thought you'd end up here. Most people come into the archive room when they're done with a broadcast. That way you can see what you did and how it looked to the public. As you can see, there's 3 sections to the archive. Broadcasts, that's what you've put out. Rushes, which is all the stuff that was on all the screens. And adverts, which is any advert that you've chosen to show. So let's have a look at the broadcasts.
Well, this will be, well...
Okay, on the left you can see all the broadcasts that you've done. You can also get to hear from the main menu if you don't actually want to do a broadcast, you just want to see some of your past.
I have actually done good at points.
Why not watch what you just did? When you're done, hit back.
But I'm not, well...
In a few moments, we'll...
to do this.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
So there you can see what you actually put out. So everything you edited, it will be shown in the broadcast saves.
Okay, these 4 screens, they're exactly the same as the 4 screens that feed you the studio signal when you're doing the actual news. Of course, the difference here is you can mute any screen you like or any combination of screens and you can have a listen to what was going on behind the scenes. Just select any segment, that's any bit between ad breaks over on the left, and hit play. When you're done checking out the backstage secrets, hit back.
So as the bloke said, it means you can just check what was happening on the background because probably you didn't have time to actually see that when you were playing. So you can check them afterwards, so you get all the jokes and all the backstory and all that jazz.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
That's actually from my old thing, so let's forget about that. Adverts is the same idea, but about the advertisements you have used. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut the episode off from here. Next we are going with choose your own adventure text game, so are you looking forward for that? Good night everyone.